It's our new studio.
Welcome to our new digs.
Wow.
I know.
This is so fun.
It's 2021.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Welcome to our Thursday edition of Title Talk for 2021.
It's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. It is absolutely exciting. We thank you for joining us.
We always thank you for joining us.
We do.
That we haven't changed it in 2021. We are still so grateful and so thankful that we have our fans and our viewers.
Absolutely. And we do. We have great fans. We have great viewers. This is
we have great people.
Yeah, absolutely. This is our new studio, and we're really excited to be broadcasting from it for the first time officially.
Yeah.
I want to thank my lovely wife Carol for helping out with some of the decor and some of the fun little
decor.
Decor.
The decor.
Yeah, decor. Call
And
it
as always, please let us know if you can't hear us or if we sound very strange.
Yes.
I think we're trying to figure out
We've definitely had some battles over the time with our microphone. But as you know, here we are Inspired Title Group. My name is Drew.
And my name is Amy.
And we are your hosts for another year. Going into 2021.
I didn't get fired.
No.
For bringing dogs in here. He still kept me around.
We had dogs in the studio for the first time.
We did have dogs in the studio. They
probably
did not.
Won't be the last time.
They'll probably be here again. They did not destroy the carpet though.
Oh, they did good. Thanks to your dad for keeping an eye on them.
Thank you, Roseanne. It was so nice to have you on here. It's fun to bring family on here.
It was really nice meeting them, and it was really nice kind of spending some time and getting to know them and a little bit more about what they do. I think I'd like to now turn this into a little bit more title issue and title questions and thoughts. Some myths and facts about the title business.
Cool.
How about that?
Let's do it.
All right. So do you have any or a few or a couple? I'm going to have to put my glasses on because I almost can't see.
Welcome to 2021.
Yeah, this is
Introduction
2021.
of G. Drew.
Yeah. This is... all right. What do you got?
So do you want me to ask you one? Do you want me to...
Yeah. Give me one. Give me one.
Right.
Fire away.
Which is the hardest one?
Oh, that's a good one. Pick the hardest one for me. Don't take too much time, though. This is live.
I have to use the same title company my lender uses.
Wow.
Do I? I do. I don't. Who does? Who picks? Was that a hard one?
Oh. No, it wasn't hard. I think that the question that is ultimately being asked is that the title company that does do the policy for the lender, which is required by them because they want to be protected in their lien position. So the myth is that yes, you should probably use that same title company. Now, the word is I have to. I mean, you don't always have to. You don't have to do anything. You guys have a choice as to who you use.
So, Illinois versus Indiana as far as picking title companies. I know we've touched on that before because I know one of the lenders that we work with all the time, they had sent me a title request for a buy-sell which is, it's rare. I 99.5% of the time don't get requests for title from the lender.
Okay.
99% of the time it comes from in Illinois it'll come from usually a seller's attorney.
Right.
In Indiana it'll come from a buyer's attorney. Or I'm sorry, a listing agent. No, a seller's agent. I'm sorry, a seller's agent. So that's something I'm really leery of because it's happened before where, I rushed to get this title done and then the lender goes, oh, sorry, the buyer picked a different title company or the seller picked a different title company. So just a side note of who actually picks it and how it's decided. And
I think that even though you hear what Amy just said is that in Illinois, the seller's attorney is typically the one who is going to allocate where it's going to go. Right? But don't be misled. I mean,
it doesn't have to go that way.
You guys have a choice. I mean, if you have a relationship or if you want to use Inspired Title or your family friend, you can tell that attorney that that's where I want to go.
Yes.
And it's up to them. They're working for you. Same thing with the realtors in Indiana. If you want to use Inspired Title because of a relationship, then you do that. It's okay. So the answer to the question for who has the choice of, who has the decision?
You do. No matter
You.
any instance.
All circumstances are on you. We're telling you what is typical.
Right.
We're talking about what is the norm in the industry. We're not telling you that you have no rights. We're telling you
No.
that you have all the rights. You have all the say. A lot of people just don't
Think about it or,
They don't-
pursue
they
it.
don't- right.
And bifurcation is another word
Big
that
word.
it was thrown around a lot a couple years ago. It kind of went away, and now I think it's kind of coming around again.
Mhm.
And pretty much all that is saying is that the buyer and the seller are both headstrong on wanting to pick their own title companies.
Right.
And that's totally
Right.
fine. And
Right.
we will do either the buy or the sell, and then the other title company that the other party chooses will do either the buy or the sell.
Right.
Then you'll get your policy issued based on that. One title company will actually handle the closing. So there is ways to make it work for you. So just
Yeah.
if what we're saying and what we're preaching is something that speaks to you and you're buying or selling a house, come talk to us and we will be involved in
Yeah.
any way, shape, or form that we can be.
I think that's a wonderful point, is ask the question. And if you're unsure, give us a call. We're happy to talk through it with you. We're happy to help you understand it a little bit different, a little bit better, because the bifurcation world is not uncommon, but it's not as the norm.
No,
and
but it's
some
there.
people steer
And-
from that because it's not normal.
Right.
And we like to play on that side, and
Yeah.
we like to play in that sandbox of the not normal because it's
Now that we
it's not
can do
normal.
them.
Yeah.
now that we feel comfortable doing
Yeah,
that.
it's a common practice to go ahead and play outside of the norm, and
No silly questions anywhere.
no, give us a holler. We'll be happy to help you out. So
Ask your realtor, ask your professional, ask your
right.
anyone.
So no, you don't have to stay with the title company that the lender is going through. However, it simplifies the process and it makes it a little bit more convenient. But no, you don't have to stay with the person. So
Yeah.
that's a good question, and that's myth that people say is, well, I have to use the same title company that the lender does. It's just that it's a myth. It's not a fact.
For sure.
So I will ask you this, Amy, and see how you go.
And if I don't, I'm going to say, Drew, what do you think
Oh
about
no,
it?
you got this perfectly. You should know
Oh,
this
boy.
as well. So when a person gets title insurance when they're buying their property, the seller of that property just basically conveys it to them when they convey them the property. So
Uh-huh.
they're basically conveying them the title insurance too, right?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, please tell us why.
Say it one more time so the audience can, because
Right.
just so we can all be on the same page as to
Perfect.
what this myth is.
So the myth is that when you buy a house, the title insurance gets conveyed along with the property. So they're deeding you the house, and then their title insurance policy also gets conveyed over to you as well.
So the thing about title insurance policies is it protects you from the day it's issued and everything behind. So as soon as you get a new seller, as soon as you have a new person that owns a home, their job is from that day to check the past again.
Right.
So if I buy a house and I sell it 3 years later, the person needs to get new title insurance to check everything from that date to what happened before then.
Correct.
And then also it kind of changes because we have to check the name of the person purchasing the house because
Right.
the owner's policy protects like we check and make sure that there's no tax liens, there's no anything. So we check
Protects the buyer.
not only the history of the house and the land, but also the person purchasing the home to make sure that it's
They're able to
yeah.
recheck both the seller and the
Seller
buyer to
and
make sure
buyer.
that they can convey and or purchase
Purchase.
the home, meaning that there's no federal tax liens, there's no IRS issues that are present to prohibit you from buying a house. And
Right.
those are a little bit more detailed and involved conversations to have more than what we have here. But the title insurance industry pays out a lot of monies a year on claims, and
Right.
most people walk around going, well, there are probably very little claims in a year. No, there are unfortunately a
Yes.
large number of claims. I would say most properties, not all, not many, most properties have some issue with them. It could be little things.
It could be
but
something as small as a fence on an easement or something, but
Many
it's
issues.
still a something.
Yeah.
It's also cool. I read this that when a title insurance policy is issued, there's no expiration date. Like
Right.
you can't determine an expiration date on it.
It's not going forward.
Right, but the expiration date is actually as soon as a property changes hands.
Yes.
Which is, I never thought about it that
Yes.
way, but it's really cool and I enjoy that. That's a fun
Yeah.
little something.
And that's where, if something happens while you own it, will it cover it? Well,
Did it happen?
exactly, it happened
When
after.
did it happen?
Yeah, it happened after you bought it.
Yeah.
So that's it's not homeowners insurance.
No.
It's everything prior.
Prior.
It's not going
It's
forward.
pre-insurance.
Right. It's almost people really don't understand the difference, because when somebody talks about insurance, car insurance, health insurance, it's protecting me for every day that I live.
Mm-hmm.
Title insurance is protecting you for every year that has passed
Yes.
till you've owned it.
Correct.
It's what
It's
you
a-
got.
Yeah. It's a yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's what
fun
you
one.
got. Ask away, kid.
I had something else in my brain, but it's gone now.
Oh, sure.
It'll come back when I'm stopping to.
Mm-hmm.
It'll come back.
Okay, good.
Do you want an easy one or a hard one?
I'm whatever you bring.
I like this. This one you like talking about.
Okay.
I don't really need title insurance, do I? It's the myth is title insurance is required.
Yeah. I guess
We touch on this all the time, which
We
is
do.
why it's something that we can make mention of and not
I
beat a
think
dead
it's.
horse.
I think it's. I don't think you can talk about it enough. because
That's why we
think
talk
that-
about it a lot.
We do.
We
and,
do.
And I think it's important to emphasize that, because that's that's the business that we're in. That's what's important to us, is to educate the fans and
The
friends.
fans, I like that.
Yeah.
The fans and friends.
Fans and friends that are listening and kind of utilizing our knowledge to help them in their
Yeah.
everyday. So the myth is, well, maybe you don't need it. The
Or
reality
you
is,
do need. What is
yeah,
it? What is the
yeah.
myth and
Or
what
the
is
myth
reality?
is you do need it, right?
You have to have it.
Right. So have to have it is broad. I think that why you wouldn't have it would be
Just-
dangerous,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
For the amount of money that you're going to save, for the
Right.
risk that you lost. I mean, we can add a story after we do our myths here about the situation that we had this week with regard to a potential issue that we might avert because of the fact of missing some information and things. And
Yeah.
there are circumstances that arise that give you reason to say, wow, I really wish I had it.
Because it is not required. Anybody that says you have to have title insurance,
Except for the lender, it is.
except for the lender, exactly.
Right.
Except for the lender, it is.
It's not required, but it's highly recommended.
Yes.
Is really
25% of properties have a title defect that require attention before closing.
25%. I mean, that's a quarter.
That's a lot. If we
So
close,
it's many.
yeah, like that's a good chunk of
You
some
know,
things.
between tax liens and delinquent taxes,
Unpaid assessments.
right? Homeowners insurance issues. HOAs. I mean, all kinds of things that could encumber your property. Mechanics liens. I mean, you have some work done on your property.
Sometimes you don't even know that they're
Right.
filed against your house.
Right. I mean, if you guys are you remodeling your house, or you're having some work done on your property, and you have a tiff with the contractor, he all of a sudden puts a lien on your property for the dollar amount that you owed him.
You go to sell your
and
house and you have a $25,000.
lien because you
Lien.
finished your kitchen, you redid your kitchen, and he says he didn't get paid in full, but you said you do pay him in full. Doesn't matter. Now it's a game.
It's
Now
still
it's
a
just a
lien.
wrestle.
It's still
Yeah.
something that needs to get taken care of before you sell your house.
Absolutely. And these are the things that we bring to the attention of.
And that's something we
attorneys.
help with. Yeah, that's something we help with before you sell your
Right.
property.
Right. So the generic, is it required? No.
Is it strongly recommended?
I can't imagine, not only because it's our business, but we've seen the ugly side of it.
Oh yeah.
We've seen the oh my gods, and they're not pretty.
No, they're bad.
And your heart just falls when you see these poor folks going, only if I would have, right? Yeah.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
This would have been taken care of, and all the legal fees and expenses that went along with it would
Yep.
have been taken care of as well.
Yep.
Yeah, it is a frightening thing. So let me ask
Can I
you
do the
one.
refi one?
Yeah.
Sorry, just because. So one of the myths is that if I refinance, I
Yes.
don't need a new title insurance policy. And the only reason that I wanted to bring this up is because the refi market
boom.
is huge right now. It's massive. It's 85% of our business. It's
Booming.
So your lender will always require a new policy.
Yes.
And they will always require a policy in
Yes.
general. You will never buy a house with the lender and they'll say, nah, we don't need the policy.
That is true. That is correct.
So once you refinance, your owner's policy that you received when you purchased your home is still effective. It's still good. But the minute you refinance your house, you're going to need a new lender's policy to insure the new mortgage.
Right.
And it's the refi rates are so like,
Yes. 3% and less.
and you're refinancing for $720, like title fees. So between $720 and like $800 is what.
Right.
It's nothing. Like your policies are between 1 and 500, depending on where you go
It's
and
cheap.
stuff. Like it's nothing.
No.
Like
It's ridiculously inexpensive, and
Yeah.
you'll make that all back in what you save in your monthly payment. You truly will. And
You will.
that's kind of that's one of the things that, as a financial guy, I try to assess and say, how long will it take me to recoup the savings?
right, and that's
the cost.
right. That's like that's the tug of war
Yeah.
between the give and take. It's if you're gonna stay in your house for another 10 years, awesome. If you're planning on moving in 2 years, maybe not so awesome.
Right.
Like it's
That's the measuring stick that we come up
Yeah.
against, is saying, so this whole total refinance is going to cost me $1,200. Okay, but I'm saving $100 a month in my monthly payment.
so you're
Well, gee, that's going to take 1 year to recoup that,
Yeah.
and it's going to take how much more off your mortgage or your interest over the period of the time?
Right.
You're going to save $80,000-$90,000 in some instances. I mean, it's a huge number.
It's a massive number.
I mean, yeah.
It's a
Why
massive
wouldn't you?
number.
So, again, questions, issues, comments, call us.
Conversations? Yeah,
I
anything.
mean, guys, we're here. We are the title company that cares. I've said it before. It is truthful. We are definitely the title company that cares. We do this show because we care. We want to
I don't get paid
educate our
extra to do
people.
this show.
No, you don't. That's true. I hope that wasn't a 2021 caveat.
No, that's just like you said. We do it. We do it because
We
we
care.
enjoy doing it, and
Yes.
we like.
It's
you know,
fun to bring knowledge to people.
It is.
It really
It
is.
is.
And, we try to make the industry and the business that we're in a little bit more exciting and bring some fun to what we try to do every day.
And I get out of work for an hour. a week,
Yeah, that's-
which is
that's
also really
sure.
nice. Maybe I do get paid. I get paid in fun time.
Yes, you do. So that concludes our
Yeah.
myths and questions and facts of the day. We really thank you guys for tuning in today. The country is still one of the best, and I think we need to remember that. I think we need to get out in the world today and make a difference. Try to impact somebody today, somehow, some way, make a difference. Tomorrow is another day. Today will never happen again, so make it as great as you can. Because
You already had your quote.
I'm just spewing stuff. kid.
Spewing stuff.
Spewing stuff.
Well, spew quickly because we have
Yep. We are Inspired
we've been
Title.
boring people for an hour already.
Okay, good. We are Inspired Title. We thank you guys for tuning in here today.
Yes.
And definitely look forward to seeing you guys next week. My name is Drew.
And my name is Amy.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Remember, Inspired Title. We are the title company that cares. So until next week, take care, guys.
Happy 2021.
Woo-hoo!